I was going to release like an episode edited after I've recollected my thoughts and everything, but you know what? Heck to that, bro. Let me just get a pen. Chill. What I'm writing on this book right now is also the title of this episode, as you can see. And it is What is Wrong with Us? Like, what is wrong with us? I know what, like, this episode is gonna be the most raw, guys. So, like, if you don't like these types of episodes, you know, you guys can, like, feel free to, like, leave. But this isn't edited. This is, like, straight off the bat. Let me ask ChatGPT first. What is wrong with Real Madrid right now? It's cooking it up. It's a defensive instead. Bro, even chat knows, bro. Even Chat GPT knows that, bro. What is that defense, bro? Like, are we being real? Like, are we actually being serious? The game started. Our lineup was Courtois, Carvajal. We had Militao and Dean Huyson, and then Carreras. Played a double pivot of Valverde and Chouameni. And we played a front three of Adagula. Oh, sorry, we played a midfield three of Adagula, Bellingham, and Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe up top. This was the team that started. These were the guys who, for that first half, were meant to play football. Bro, you know what? I don't even think I have the energy, and even like tomorrow or like the day after that, I don't think I have the energy. So I'm just gonna write down what I think is wrong with this. You guys just leave in the comments down below what you guys also think and your thoughts on this match, because like, honestly, what was that? First things first, our defense. It's too broad. I know we're reshaping and all, but like when I say our defense, what I mean is we need a certified back four that are cohesive with each other and know how to play off the ball. That's the second thing. The whole team, everyone, off the ball movement. We saw it today. There was nothing shocking. Like, it's just shocking, of course, that it ended 5-2. But when you look at how we played today and how Atletico Madrid played, there was nothing shocking about it. They deserved it. fair to them, it should have been more. Which is a sentence I only reserve for Barcelona. How did we let that crumble? We had a 2-1 lead. They scored first. And then we made it 1-1. Beautiful goal from Mbappe. We made it 2-1. Beautiful goal from Guller. Beautiful assist from Vinicius Jr. And then we let it slip because just like at the start of the game, we got comfortable. That's another thing that's wrong with us. Not just today, but just in general. Comfortability in game. We get too comfortable. We get too lackluster. We get too laxed. We don't know how to keep intensity. We lack intensity of a big team nowadays. We saw it. The defensive shaping. When I say off the ball movements from the team, look at, it's one thing to say that they had so many set pieces because they did. They had so many set pieces. They had so many free crosses into the box. They had so many opportunities to lay a pass in, to leave a cross, give a through ball. But the reason that was happening is because our defense and our midfield the midfield is almost non-existent today. The midfield had one problem when I talk about off the ball movement. They were chasing the ball instead of holding positions. If everyone's attacking on the left, then everyone's on the left. If everyone's attacking on the right, then every single player was on the freaking right side. I clocked more than three singular moments, the ball was crossed over to the side where Carreras was playing, who, by the way, not your best day. I'm not gonna hate on anybody genuinely because this was a bad game for everyone. But Carreras, you need to beat the next game. You have to prove yourself. Because what was that? That was the most junior performance on a high-level game I've ever seen in my life. As I was saying, 3 singular moments. 3 singular moments where we were supposed to have the ball. We could have had it, but then we let it slip, and the ball goes over to the left-hand side, which was our weak side by far today. And there was just no midfielder there. It was Carreras versus 3 people, versus 4 people, maybe even 2v1 minimum. The number of times they had that free cross. Giuliano Simeone had that free cross off the right side of his right side, the left side where Carreras is for us. He had it about 3, 4, 5 times, and that's just unacceptable. You can't have that. The next thing, midfield cohesion. So I said defense. The defense is non-existent. If we cannot find a certified back four that know how to play together, work well, I'm tired. I'm genuinely tired. And I know that we have injuries and, you never plan around these things. But as a professional club on the high level, if injuries can kill you this badly, you cannot call yourself a professional club. Because genuinely, for me to sit here and use that as an excuse is to concede that with the injuries we have, we're on par with the Real Oviedo. There's no difference between us who have a 25 times bigger transfer market value than them. When I say defense, I mean Dean, of course, had one of the worst games he's ever had. Militao, for what it's worth, you tried your best, but we can't genuinely. This is what I talk about when I say you can't blame injuries, is because you just have to have backup plans for these things. How am I supposed to believe that Militao was supposed to go the 90 minutes that game? I love him and all, and I love that since he's come back, he hasn't been too bad. He hasn't been too, ass. But bro had 2 ACLs. What are we hoping for from that man? He had 2 ACLs, both knees, not 2 on the same knee, both knees. That man is just walking on bare juice at this point. Playing Carvajal, that train injury killed, but Carvajal, you still could have done a bit more. Got too excited. I don't know if you still think that you're this younger guy who can stay forward all the time, because that sequence, there was that sequence where he runs forward. I don't know what he was doing there. He wasn't fully needed there, and then he himself hit the ball back, stopping the attack, which led to Alvarez picking it up, which leads to Alvarez running, which led to Asensio getting the foul that led to the goal. Because from that free kick, Alvarez misses, the ball goes, comes back through, the foul is given, second free kick, Alvarez scores it. That penalty, Adagula, what are you doing with your foot that high up in your own box? Vinicius Jr., you had some good moments, some bright moments, but genuinely, tell me, sit down with me, let me sit you down. What is wrong with you? Are you just never going to be the same? Like, just honestly, just tell us. So that I stop hoping. Maybe it's the hope that's killing me. Are you ever going to be the same? Will you ever go back to being the Vinicius of old? I had a problem with Jude Bellingham starting today. Not because, I'm not going to blame it on him, but he wasn't even the worst. He wasn't all bad. But him starting was a wrong decision because it just messed up that midfield, bro. It messed up the balance. It didn't make sense for Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude, and Adagula to start. Because Adagula worked best in that CAM role instead of that right wing coming off that support from Mastantuano. But then you go ahead and put him there and put Jude in, and Jude wasn't even 100%, and now he's even got a little bit of a knock. Like, come on, man. Xavi Alonso, not your best day. When I talk about off-the-ball movements, I've explained it. We just don't know how to move when we don't have the ball. We just get so clumped up. We just get so tight-ended. They just always find a way of passing around with every team we play. We played Marseille. We played Mallorca. We played Real Oviedo. And even they managed to catch us off because we do not know how to move when we don't have the ball. Everyone. Sometimes Mbappe, I love you, but even he sometimes goes too forward or too behind for someone of his speed. He just has to stay. He'll reach it. I don't know why he's always forward. And when he's forward, and when he's not forward, he's too behind. Vinicius' positioning, dear Lord, he's becoming like a replay box of all the Vinicius Jr. starter pack. He just gets the ball. All he knows now is run, cut through, run, cut out, cut in, cross, pass. Where's the flair? Where's the attempts at even getting past players? He looks like he's not even trying. And of course I know he is, but he just that's not what I'm seeing. When I watch him, I just don't see like he's trying. I said comfortability in the game. From the first minute, we came in this game too laxed. We came in like a team that was playing like, a Division 3 team. Even then, every game is a serious match, but we were playing Atletico freaking Madrid. Even if they've had a bad season, even if we know that doesn't matter, that doesn't mean jack. We can be playing Barcelona and they can go on a 4-game losing streak before the Clasico and still beat us 5-1. It doesn't matter. It's about taking each game as it is. I don't know why we were so relaxed. I don't know why we let them have so many crosses into the box. Set piece defending was completely trash today. I said midfield cohesion. Our midfield, no matter which one we're playing, it's either they're so good at defending or so good at attacking. It's never just fully balanced. We don't have balance. I'll give an example. Barcelona. Now they found their balance. Pedri and De Jong, that pivot balance is insane. They know what to do when they're going forward. They know what to do when they're staying behind. They know what to do when they just have to hold the ball. Sometimes they just have to hold the ball. Our midfield, Valverde, not your best game. I'll be honest. I love you. You know how much I love Valverde, but not his best game. I am not impressed at all with anything I saw from him because he was just on the field. He wasn't doing anything. Tchouaméni, I don't even know what you did today, apart from let Antoine Griezmann outrun you to the ball. I don't know if he maybe he spoke to you in French or something. Maybe you just like he told you a secret code. What was that? That final goal just pissed me off, man. 5-2, bro. We were ahead of Barcelona by 2 points, 3-goal difference. We've stayed on that. We stayed on, and we've taken minus 3-goal difference. -3. Let that sink in. I want you to know that we were already behind Barcelona in goal difference by 3, and we've taken -3. So now we're behind them by 6 goal difference points. and they haven't played yet. So they're 2 points behind us, -6. They're about to go 1 point ahead of us and have like +8 goal difference on us. Bro, it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it, guys. I told you this episode is gonna be raw because I'm just off watching the game. The game just ended, and I still can't believe my eyes. Next thing, I'm not just gonna end at the midfield. The attack, coordination. I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write coordination, and I want you also, you guys. Let me bring you closer. I want you guys to hear me when I make this point. I want you to let me make it pertinently clear. Coordination and control. Mbappe, amazing. Another goal for him. Great. Hoorah. Wow, I love him. And yeah, but coordination. Coordinate those flipping attacks. Stop this. I'm so tired. We're no longer in the Carlo Ancelotti era. Why am I still seeing these hoorah run and gun attacking plays? There's no structure, just pass and find a man who can run to go. Just run around until you give the ball to Mbappe, and so God bless him that he scores. Why am I still seeing that? Xavi Alonso, you said it. You said it in your press conference. You said, I want people to watch Real Madrid play and say, that is my Real Madrid. This is not my Real Madrid. You showed me some signs, but this was not my Real Madrid. Very disappointed in this game. We started looking like it was last season. The dark ages. The ages of we just, 1, give up on a match. 2, can't control a match. 3, for playing a high intensity team, we just crumble apart at their attacks. 4, have no attacking, midfielding, coordination, or tactics. Even if they're there, you don't see them. What was the tactic? If I genuinely asked you, what was the attacking tactic? What was our plan? Just keep passing around till Lenglet made a fumble. Yeah, we had that happen the first time. Then we had it happen to us the second time. And we had the 2-1. But you know the reason we didn't make it 3-1 is because we can't. Because our attack is still not lethal. Mbappe is lethal. Our attack is kitty litter right now. And genuinely, guys, I'm genuinely being honest with you guys. I don't like to torture myself. I called it. I said it after the game finished. I told myself, I don't like to torture myself. I might not watch El Clasico. So if any of you guys wanted a review, please, unless comment down below, maybe I will, but I genuinely don't even want to watch El Clasico at this point because there's nothing we're going to do. There's just nothing we're going to do. Our attack lacks coordination and control. Control is important. Masantuano, I'm not impressed. Rodrigo, we barely even played. Same with Gonzalo Garcia. We get the ball. We cannot coordinate an attack. So we end up playing run and gun. We play run and gun and it's almost supposed to be successful, but we have no control. How are we supposed to make goals like that? How are we supposed to win games like this, playing like this? The final thing I'm going to put for now is all-round overhaul. This isn't a problem. This one is a solution. All-round overhaul. We need a complete overhaul. From Courtois, who I love you, but even he sometimes, like that free kick, there was no reason to be baiting him to go to that side. From Courtois all the way until Kylian Mbappe, we need an overhaul. The defense needs to be talked to. They need to learn to be composed. We cannot be having so many games. This felt like the Arsenal game. This felt like the 4 El Clasicos. This felt like Liverpool. This felt like AC Milan. This felt like Atletico in the Champions League. This felt like Atletico in the second La Liga game, where every time a team just somewhat shows a sense of high intensity, good, well-coordinated attack, I know my defense cannot handle them. And that just can't be the case. It can't. I just don't want that to be the case. Because if that's the case, forget the El Clasico. Forget the Liverpool game. You know what? Why am I going that? Forget Juventus. UD's is going to just destroy us if it's like that. Forget the Champions League. Forget the season if you're going to be playing like this. I know it's early. I know I'm riled up from the game, but genuinely, y'all can be so happy that we were going 7 out of 7, but This was the first, literally the first big team, genuinely big team test of the Xavi Alonso era. Because I don't count that Club World Cup. He was finishing someone else's homework. This was his team. This is his season. And his first big test. He just lost 5-2 to Atletico Madrid, a team who doesn't even predominantly score a lot of goals by nature. By nature of their team. He made Julian Alvarez look like prime 2017 Messi or Clasico days. That fifth goal, man, I don't even want to talk about it. It was honestly disgusting. Like, that's the only word I have. Not even disappointing, not even upsetting. It was genuinely disgusting because after watching that, I had to say that those four players who were in the back line, I have to call them my defense. That was disgusting. How are we letting Griezmann run through us? How is Tchouaméni letting that happen? Even if he tripped, he had enough time to get his footing back. Why was he alone? Why is it a 2-on-1 when there are three people? Where's the fourth guy? Where is everyone? Yeah, all round overhaul, bro. Complete overhaul. The defense needs to have structure. The midfield needs to know how to coordinate with the defense and work well with the attack. We need to find a certified starting 11. I'm genuinely honest. I don't care if we're a Galactico team. I don't care if some feelings get hurt. And I'm genuinely even throwing it out there. Even Rodrigo. I don't care if anyone's feelings get hurt, if your egos get hurt. We need to find the best performing team and start that team. I won't even talk about Barcelona again. I'll talk about our opponents who just beat us 5-2, Atletico. The reason right now they are a better team than us is because they are well-rounded. He knows the team he plays. He knows if I want a team to do this, I'm sending out my team and they can do this. Xavi Alonso's still playing around with chess pieces when we're at war. He's still checking for ammunition when people are shooting at us. You just can't do that. You just can't. We need a certified back four. Yeah, you can mess around with it when injuries come about. I know we have some injuries, but I don't count those. I don't look at injuries as an excuse because injuries will always happen. So if you're always going to say that my team is good until we have injuries, then you're not a good team. We need a certified midfield starter. What are we going to play in the midfield? Are we playing 3 or are we playing 4? If we're playing 3, where is Arda playing? We saw him in that attacking role. He's better in that attacking role. Stop playing him on the right wing. Stop doing this. And I hate it. I hate this right wing thing he has with Arda. Even if he's good there, he's not the best. He plays well in that 10. Put him in the 10. Put Valverde in the midfield. Stop trying to make Valverde play 7,000 roles. I know we say he's good for that, but that's why he gets tired. That's why he has bad games. Push Tchouaméni in the defensive role. Tell him to hold it. If he can't, sub him out. Put Camavinga. Stop feeling bad. Right wing. If we're gonna start Mastantuano, if you believe in him, let him start. He needs to have some stripes. I have no qualms benching Rodrigo if it's for the good of the team. But if you're now just making it look, you're starting to look at Ancelotti, because when he started bringing on people like Rodrigo, it really looked at Ancelotti. It started looking like I'm just bringing on who can bring hope. I honestly believe that if we were winning, he wouldn't have even started Rodrigo. We wouldn't have even seen Endrick training. We wouldn't have seen Gonzalo Garcia getting into the match. That front three, Vinicius and Mbappe, talk to each other. Just find a way of cohesing. It's not impossible. They're making excuses. Vinicius is hiding behind that Mbappe narrative. I know that's bull, man. That's total bull. He can still be good. He can still find a way. He might not be at the best of his shining ability, but I've seen him play in a sub-B role to another player. It doesn't matter. If you're a good player, you adjust. Let them adjust. When we find our certified team, let them be accountable for the losses. Sometimes I don't even know who to blame. But yeah, that's just what I have. That's what I think is wrong. You guys tell me what else you think is wrong, because right now I'm just peeved, man. Watching us is draining. It drains my energy. I said it after I was telling my friends after the Marseille game. I said we didn't look good today, and I didn't like we didn't look good against Marseille. They were the better team. We played Oviedo and we let them attack us. We played Mallorca and we let Mariki attack us. We let them attack us. Why do we always have to absorb the full force of the other team? Why? Why can't it be us showing everyone what they have? I'm tired of this Mbappe scores 7 goals, we lose 9-7. It's getting old. If it means B, having him not score for the benefit of the team, I'll allow that to happen. We can't just be relying on the same thing every single match. So what happens when he just has a bad game? Remember Arsenal last season? He just had a bad game. No goals. Man, things need to change, bro. Anyway, guys, you guys also just talk to me. Talk to me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts on this. Also, I'll be posting this everywhere. Make sure you check it out. Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube. Yeah.